welcome back. How the hell are you? Someone said that they really liked when I said that. And they were like, oh my God, me too. It makes me feel so comfortable every time she says, how the hell are you? And I was like, okay, I guess, how the hell are you guys? I don't know. I'm good. We have two very special guests today. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
We'd love to. Hello, I'm Jaci.
I'm Chelsey. Thanks for having us on.
Thank
I love
you.
the how the hell are you? It's like a big hug.
I don't even think I knew I said it, but people were like, yes, I love every time she says this. And I was like, oh, I guess I need to think about what I'm saying
now
more.
that's my thing.
That's my job that I'm speaking all the time. I should probably think about the words that are coming out a little bit more. But anyway, Jaci and Chelsey are here today and we are so excited. I just went on their podcast, What We Said, and now they're here.
It'll come out in a couple weeks. You have to be patient.
Yeah, be patient, be kind, but it will be there.
You never know what people are going through.
You really don't, okay? And so it'll be there eventually, but for now we have circle time.
Yeah.
For now we have the circle.
We're
And
excited.
I'm so happy you guys are here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
This is
thank
fun.
you.
We were just talking about how we recorded for the first time a year ago before I think it was before I started podcasting.
You were about to launch it, I think.
Yeah.
Because you knew the name and everything. We knew you were with your media.
Yeah. It was just I don't think I'd recorded an episode yet. I was just doing
You were dipping your
You were
toes
doing
in.
press.
I was just on my press tour.
Yeah.
I was doing
On
just,
the coolest podcast kind of.
Yeah. I was pretty honored to be on your podcast the first time, and then today I got to go on a second time, and it never gets old.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I was just listening on the way here, and there are a couple things that I feel like we need to chat about.
Oh, I can only imagine.
One of them being Jaci, your hoe era. Because I actually really totally get where you're coming from.
Really?
Yes. Do you want to explain this to the circlers if they don't know?
Yeah.
What this is for you?
Yes. I mean, I can get very specific with you, in fact.
Thank you. We love that here.
So the hoe era is essentially me reclaiming how I want to dress. Okay. Now, let me give you the backstory. I grew up Mormon. I grew up very religious, and I grew up dressing very modestly, quote unquote. And my whole family has always dressed super modestly, not like pioneers or something.
Totally.
But just
modern day pioneers.
Modern, exactly. Just long, I don't know, shirts that don't cover or that don't show the midriff, or not really wearing tank tops, never wearing shorts really, only wearing pants and that type of thing. And so this year is about reclaiming my power and becoming a hoe. And when I say hoe, am I going to go be hooking up with people? No, because I'm happily married.
Right.
So I'm going to show my shoulders and
Yes, you are.
my legs and my midriff, and maybe some chest and neckline situation as well.
If you're feeling up to it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Let's slow down.
We'll go one step at a time. But I will say, because you just went on a family trip.
Yes.
And so you were trying to decide. You documented this on your TikTok.
Yeah.
Which is where I saw it for the first time. You were trying to decide, how hoe you should go.
Totally.
How you should go.
How I should go.
How hoe should you go?
That
you know what I
needs
mean?
to be a new segment on your TikTok when you're getting
Absolutely.
dressed.
How hoe should I go?
No, wait.
Oh my God,
I
it
love that
has
name.
to be.
I'll give you credit. I'm 100% doing that.
I mean, you don't have to.
It's are
But
we doing
just,
the arms
maybe say
and the
the-
legs?
Yeah. Are we getting a little neck?
it's so real though, because the thing is about it, and I actually was shocked at how many people messaged me. They're like, no, I get it. I actually know what you're saying, because I always felt kind of silly with even the concept of I feel uncomfortable. When I wear a tank top around my family, I genuinely sometimes feel weird. And some people are people literally comment, they're what the hell are you talking about? You're showing your shoulder?
Yeah.
And I'm
It's
I don't know.
To each their own. Also, you can't really judge someone for what you're not telling everybody. It's really a you thing.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
an
It
everyone.
is.
Yeah.
No, it is absolutely.
But
Their own journey.
I feel my family, I wouldn't say we go shoulders are pretty normal, but for some reason I just I feel I have clothes to wear at a family function and clothes that I will wear out and about, and they are very
Totally.
different.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you were explaining this, I was like, I totally get it. Just in the sense that like, I don't know. I have like a organizer, like a closet organizer. She comes over and she helps me organize my closet. She's the best. Shout out Bailey. But I always say like, no, I want to save this because it's a really good parent shirt.
Totally.
And I think like, and at first she was like, what do you mean? Like when you're a parent or like, and I'm like, no, like just for parents around me. Like whether it's Cody's parents or like if I'm going to someone's house, like I am dressed different than if I'm going
even like out to dinner. That's how I feel.
totally.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, these are my parent shirts. And they're like a little bit more high neck, not crop tops, which is like rare for me, but like not a crop top. Like this, I would probably say this is a parent shirt.
Yeah.
There's not much going on. You can't like really see my bra. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot going on. But I have like parent clothes, family clothes, and then like going out clothes. And they're very different. And my brother now hangs out, like we're all like in the same friend group. And sometimes I'll like walk downstairs, like I'm like ready, like we're going like to a bar. And you know, like the girls are a little bit out. Or
The
like
girls are girling.
and I'm wearing a crop top or whatever it is. And I'm like, oh my God, my brother's going to look at me. He's going to see me like this. And like, he doesn't give a single fuck. Like he like barely looks at me when I walk down the stairs. But I'm like, my brother's down there. My friends are like, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
what? Who cares? But it's like, it's weird.
That
is
is
weird.
valid. Yeah, I feel that way around my brother
Because
specifically.
it's like, they don't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I don't care to walk down the street and my butt is hanging out, but my family should not be seeing that.
I will be a
Right.
hoe on my Instagram is the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And they all see it, but I'm like in person.
It's different.
No.
Yeah, it's different.
Do you, because you guys have been doing like social media, I feel like, for how long?
She's been doing it longer than I
a
have.
long time, like 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
Have you, because like that is so crazy. Have you like, I feel like my biggest struggle is like knowing my parents' friends can see what I'm doing. I don't know what, or like my parents' colleagues or like my uncle, like anyone can kind of like see what I'm doing and what I'm wearing. And like, it makes me so uncomfortable sometimes because I feel like I'm like disappointing everyone because I'm like, you know, wearing like a bra, like whatever it is. Do you know what I mean though?
Mhm.
Is that a struggle? Do you think about it like, or do you think about it like two separate things?
Okay. I feel like I was so, what's the word? Not even naive, but when I first started, I was just so excited about like the prospect of just posting on social media. And I posted a lot of photography stuff, so it wasn't much about me.
Okay.
And as far as like what I'm wearing and stuff, I was always super modest, even on social media
Yeah.
for like years.
Yeah.
So I was never like, oh, they're going to think this or that. I'm like, what? This is a cute, wholesome picture. And I'm just
Yeah.
like showcasing my photography.
Yeah.
As the time has gone on and the hoe era has begun,
Yeah.
yes, I definitely do think about that. Like I will post something. I'm like, I love that picture. And then I will have this moment of like, is my grandma going to see that?
Totally.
Because that is really starting to scare me.
Yeah. Or you get a like you see someone liked it and you're like, oh, that's my mom's coworker.
Yeah.
Oopsie. She just saw both of my boobs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I definitely have moments of that. But I feel like mostly I detach, honestly. And I
Okay.
just forget that
Yeah.
like they're all watching. I'm like, it's just kind of like a big congregation. I'm not thinking about the individual
I
people
think
who I'm
that's
scared
probably
of.
better.
What about you? Do you get scared?
I'm trying to be honest with myself. I feel like this is going to sound like I'm lying or like I'm a pick me girl. But I genuinely, ever since I was like 18 and started, when social media came out, I really
Yeah.
had no choice because there was no such thing before then. I remember posting in a bikini or like a tube top swimsuit or something.
Yeah.
And my grandma had said something about it to my mom.
Mm.
And I was like, what the heck? But ever since then, I feel like there's a part of me that's evil that loves when people think I'm a hoe. Like that
no,
loves
I
when people
totally
think
get that.
I'm
I
worse
actually
than
really
I
do.
am. Like,
yeah.
oh, you're thinking I'm a hoe or
Yeah.
like that I'm this slutty person because my boobs are out in my bikini. But little do you know, I'm very wholesome on the inside.
Yeah.
I like being unpredictable.
I totally get that.
It's like the need for attention.
anytime someone like is like, you're kind of a bitch, I'll be like, okay, thank you. Like, thanks. I was kind of being mean there for a sec. Like, because I'm like, I am kind of a bitch, aren't I?
Yeah.
But like,
100%.
I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like every single conversation that I've been involved in, regardless of who it's with, when it's happening, every single conversation I've been in lately has just like one way or another ended up with us talking about gut health. And I don't know why, but it does. It's just always a topic of conversation. And it's not just in my friend groups, because there are over 3.8 million posts on Instagram tagged #GutHealth, a staggering 653.7 million videos on TikTok, and a quick Google search will yield over 29.7 million news results. Gut health, probiotics, and the microbiome are buzzing in conversation, headlines, and hashtags. But like, that is so much information, And then I just feel like with all of that information and sometimes misinformation, it a lot of times just feels confusing and overwhelming. But there is one brand who is committed to scientific integrity and transparency, and that is Seed. Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic is a plant-based prebiotic and probiotic with 24 strains that have been clinically or scientifically studied for its benefits. There are no binders, no preservatives, and it's Prop 65 compliant. I love taking Seed so much because I really, like I said, just had no idea where to begin with gut health. Like, I wanted to do something, but there was just way too much information being thrown at me. So I wasn't doing anything. But now I know I'm getting exactly what I need, and I just feel great. Seed is great for your digestive health. 16 out of the 24 strains are specifically geared towards digestive health, which makes sense because people take a probiotic for digestive health. It's great for skin health. Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic has 4 specific probiotic strains that have been shown to promote healthy skin and reinforce a healthy gut-skin axis. And it's good for your heart health. It maintains blood cholesterol levels already in the normal range, and it supports healthy intestinal recycling of cholesterol and bile. It's just the best. So you can avoid the gut mania and head to the trusted source for symbiotics. Visit seed.com/circle and use code CIRCLE to redeem 30% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. That's seed.com/circle and use code CIRCLE. I feel like I was less scared to post like a bikini pic when it was like just people I knew following me.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm like, not even because I'm worried about people like talking about my body or whatever it is. It's just more like, I just know so many more people are going to see it.
Yeah, that's very true.
And so I'm like, I just think about it so much more. But when I was like in college and
who
like,
cares?
it was just like people I knew following me, I was like so into it. Like I like wanted to post like bikini pics. I think because like I was like, I want people to know I'm hot because I know that everybody thinks I'm like a virgin. So if they just know that I'm like kind of hot, who knows what'll happen.
It's kind of fun. You make your own persona.
Yeah. And now I'm kind of like, now posting like really just stresses me out.
I was going to say, I feel like honestly, now it's more scary than it's ever been because so many opinions on TikTok and stuff. There's so many opinions in your head. It's hard not to think of everything everyone's going to say about it.
Yes. And everybody has an
opinion.
It's
not as fun.
It's not that. It's really not fun.
Like, I wish we could just go back to being like, I want to make up this persona about me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But it is,
Now
it's good to like be ourselves on the internet.
Yeah, that's true.
But like, I get scared. Like, I go through periods like where I just don't post on my Instagram for like a long time just because I'm like nervous. Like, and I don't even know nervous for what. Like, I have no idea. But like, I get
that's valid.
Really in my head. Like, and then I just don't post. And same thing with like YouTube. If I don't post a video in a long time, like,
just know you're going through it.
I just know I'm sitting at home nervous for no reason.
There's one about to push upload, but I might not make it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of scared. And for what? Because it's like I post it and then everyone's like, "Yay, video!"
Yeah.
Like no one's even saying anything, you know. And I'm like, okay, never mind.
It's so valid. I understand exactly what you're saying. It's so weird. There's this fear of the unknown. You can't even pinpoint what you're scared of.
It's almost just overwhelm. It's like, that's what I feel at least. It's not even like, oh, I'm scared of what people will say and what people will think. It's just like, there's too much going on.
I think that's what it is.
I'm just overwhelmed.
I'm usually not too scared about like what people say necessarily. It's just like, it feels just so vulnerable every time. And I really struggle, I feel like, being vulnerable on the internet.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
You don't always
like,
have to be.
I think it's great when people can be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, I wish I I'm just thinking too much.
But you know, the thing is I feel like everyone has, and this can like evolve and people can be whatever they want in different times in their life. But I feel like you just don't have to be like everything to every single person. Like you can just have, I've been thinking about this a lot with even a podcast. Your podcast can just be for entertainment and be fun and silly. It doesn't have to be like, and I'm being so vulnerable and honest. Totally. And I'm also sharing other people's stories. It's like, it could literally just be fun. And that can be what it is for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People do just want to like laugh a lot of times, I feel like. So I totally agree.
And if you're feeling up to it, it can be vulnerable, but like it doesn't have to be.
Right.
Yeah. And sometimes when you feel like you don't have to be, then you are more told to be vulnerable.
It's true.
You don't feel pressure to.
Yeah.
And also, I think what adds into that, at least for me, is if I feel like I don't want to post anything because I don't want to add to the trash can of content that's just like circulating. There's so much content. It's like I almost don't want to drop my litter into a pile of litter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I guess. But then I see, like, I love when both of you guys post.
Yeah.
Like, I find both of your TikToks to be very entertaining. Like, the kind of TikTok that I would like to have. But then anytime I go to like film myself on TikTok, you know how many times I've tried to film myself on TikTok? So many times I sit down and I'm like, vlogging, whatever it is. I just don't post it.
Oh, I would love to see your vlogs, like TikTok vlogs.
I want to see your drafts.
Okay. My drafts are mainly me like doing Taylor Swift quizzes and like getting them right and then not posting them because it's embarrassing. But I should just post. But like I feel like you guys are both very good at being present online in like a way that's like fun to watch and not in a way that feels like too much.
Oh, I'm glad we tricked you into thinking that.
I'm like, we got her.
Yeah. But it's true. Also, I really want you to style of me in a video.
Can I? I would love that.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous, but yeah, you can.
I always feel like I don't want people to think I'm styling you because you need it. It's just fun for me. It's like my love
No, but
language.
you're really good at it.
Oh, thank you.
Like
shouldn't
you
that literally be her job?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Well, she should. I'm like, shouldn't she quit?
Shouldn't she like find something she's good at? Maybe I can find someone else for my podcast. I think you are really good at it, though. You do have a gift.
Okay, I will do it immediately. I will be shopping for you.
I'm kind of scared, but okay.
No.
Shop for me.
Don't be scared. You don't have to
buy
do
them all.
it. You know. See, that is the scary part. Is that, and the fun part for me is I don't put a budget on it, so I'm looking.
But
like,
it is fun to see. I like to see what you come up with.
Yeah.
What are your like? I feel like we get a pretty solid amount of questions about like personal style.
Yeah.
And like finding that.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your like tips for that?
Oh, that's a great question. And I feel like we've tried to verbalize this on our podcast before. And I think you have to focus kind of what we were saying. Well, I guess people won't know because unless they're time travelers about what we were talking about on our episode that we were just recording.
You'll hear it eventually. Don't you worry.
We were talking about wedding dresses and just weddings in general, picking something you genuinely love and not worrying if it's going to be there in 5 years or not, if you're going to like it. Mm-hmm. I feel like when you're shopping, I just know if a piece, I love it. And so I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to be like, well, this will look good with this or this will,
Yeah. And
I also kind of like to play into what do I want to present myself as? Mm-hmm. What kind of character do I like? I want to dress up my, what's it called? Like, your avatar.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I want to dress her up and I want to show people, I want to express myself.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I keep that in mind, but I also you just have to pick pieces you love.
Right.
And not worry about, if you try too hard to pick pieces that you think, oh, everything will match with this. Mm-hmm. Every time I do that, I never, ever wear them. Yeah. Because I don't like them. I put them on, I'm like, well, yeah, they match, but I don't really love it. So.
Yeah. I usually say like, just actually wearing, like when you find something that like brings you joy to wear, who cares if it's like, if you think like, oh my God, but what if like Brittany thinks this is the ugliest thing that she's ever seen? Like, she's not wearing it. And you always end up feeling more confident and like exuding that confidence when you're wearing something that you are excited about.
Yes, 100%. I am in a horrible mood when I wear like an outfit I don't like.
An
outfit I think will be good because I'm like, well, this is kind of in style right now. Or this is super chic and I put it on and the rest of the day I'm like, I want to change so bad.
That's all you're thinking about.
Yeah. Yes. And then I don't act like the same person, honestly.
Right.
It sounds so surface level, but I literally don't.
It's not, I don't think it's surface level though. I feel like it's like you want to be able to feel confident. And if like wearing something that you like is what brings you the confidence, then like do that.
Yeah. It feels like I'm not being honest with myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I'm a liar. I'm a cheat.
I've always felt like I had a basic style. Like none of my things were very unique, but I feel like lately I've kind of been leaning into it a little. And I do feel that where it's like, I will go to like some event and I'm just wearing like a white tank with like a denim jacket and jeans that I love with neutral shoes. And I'm like, and jewelry that I like. And I'm like, I honestly feel so cute right now.
Yeah.
I feel way better in this than like I would in some, I don't know, other crazy outfit that I'm trying to like be something. I'm like, I just feel comfortable and I feel confident. So I'm just going to wear this.
You have to just do what makes you happy. But I feel like a lot of times that gets like, there are times when I'm wearing something that I'm like comfortable in, but I like wish I was wearing that thing that I really like, but I'm like too scared to. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like this is the difference. It's comfortable and like loving something, like being really drawn to it, because there are some things that I know I'll be more comfortable in.
Yeah.
And if I wear them, I'm comfortable. But then there's a difference when you're wearing an outfit. You're like, I love this. Like, I love the look of it. I love how it fits. Like, I'm so drawn to it. And maybe it's not the most perfect item for where I'm going, but I know that I just feel so cute in it and I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's true. So when you're picking out other people's clothes, how do you catch a vibe on them?
You know, it's a gift. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Do you do it like with people walking down the street?
I just close my eyes and
I just close my eyes and scroll and tap. No. I like to see how I perceive their personal style. And the other thing is the amount of times my family has asked me, because I've always been into just like style, just personal style more than fashion necessarily. Just personal style and like wearing whatever I want. Never let my mom dress me. Just like, I want to do it because I love this.
Yeah.
And so they'll always ask me, come to me, like, what should I wear? Like my brothers will come to me like, what should I wear on this date? And I give them the perfect answer. They're like, I just don't feel comfortable. And I'm like, yeah, because I can't do this for you. Like you have to love it, unfortunately. So I try to take away necessarily what I would love and think like, okay, what do I see them wearing all the time? And what kind of person do I think or do I know that they want to be and emulate?
Yeah.
So I'll kind of like lean into that a little bit. And then obviously I have to like it as well. I'm not going to do something I don't like. But
right.
You have to embody this.
It is a love language. I feel like it's a way for me to be like, I see you to somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's true. Wait, have you done Jaci? Did you make a video about it?
Yeah.
I think maybe
it was like
I
my
did
second
watch
one.
it.
Yeah.
I know, and
How
I
did
wanted
you feel? Like, were you?
I felt good, except it was $50,000 to buy all the outfits, so I couldn't purchase.
Interesting.
Sorry.
No, I loved it. I feel like specifically, she obviously knows me so well, and so I feel like she knows what I would like. But she was saying, she's like, I know also that what silhouettes or things you're drawn to. So she was also trying to like kind of switch it up a little bit for me, so that it wasn't like so on the nose, which I feel like
what
you
you
did
wouldn't
perfectly.
usually pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it inspire you?
Yeah. It just mostly like highlights for me how bad I am at like putting together an outfit. I'm like, oh, I would have never pictured that together.
I think I'm the same though.
Like I can put together a very on the nose basic outfit that you would expect. Like just, you know what I mean? Like something that really matches.
Yeah.
But then I'll see like certain, even where was I when maybe I was with Danny. Like I feel like a lot of my friends have good style and they're like, oh, you should pair this with that. And I'm like, those two? I would have never. And then I put it on. I'm like, oh, it looks so good. I would have never picked those pants with that shirt. I don't know. It's just, I don't experiment very often. But you know what? Also, I hate trying on clothes.
Really?
So like when
in a mall setting or like even at home, like if you order something and try it on
anywhere,
okay.
Like it's one of my least favorite activities. So even when I'm getting dressed in the morning, I'm like, I need to pick like a safe option that I know is going to be good because I'm not taking off those pants once I put them on. So like I'll put on the jeans and I like put on a tank and I'm like, unless I literally look hideous, I'm like, this works because I just don't want to change. It's weird. I don't know why.
Interesting.
So that's another mental block I have.
You know what? I kind of respect that though. Like to just be like, it's fine. Let's just do it. Because like I'll think about it for a long time. I'll stew on that.
But then I'll settle. I'll be like, this is fine. And like I go to an event and I'm like, I'm ugly. And everyone else looks so good. Why didn't I try harder?
You know, I think it's fine.
I think it is too. You know, everyone has their thing that I feel that way about so many other aspects of my life. That it's like, I know what I want, but I just can't. I never feel like, I got it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's why we have each other, you know?
It really is. Now, I have always been someone who gets nervous when it comes to finding a new doctor and going to the doctor, especially as I became an adult and I had to like find a doctor myself. It just always made me really nervous. And you know what was actually the worst? Okay, have you ever been on the hunt for a new doctor and you ask literally everyone you know for their recommendation? You know, you're looking for a doctor who actually gets you and listens to you and makes you feel super comfortable, which is obviously the dream. And then finally, you get a good recommendation. And after a week of searching, you find the one. So you call their office and they have an appointment available and you think, wow, it's all going your way. But then the receptionist tells you this perfect doctor doesn't take your insurance. How awful is that? Well, wipe your tears and head over to ZocDoc to find and book the doctor who is right for you and takes your insurance. ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat almost any condition you're searching for. It really is so helpful, so easy, and has totally eased my mind in finding a doctor that checks all my boxes, which I truly never thought would happen. I just love ZocDoc so much. I love using it, and I know that you will too. So go to ZocDoc.com/circletime and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/circletime, ZocDoc.com/circletime. Would you guys say that you're like opposite in that way? Or like, are you guys similar? Because you guys have been friends for so long. And I'm just wondering like how this works. Because like, I see the end coming for a really long time, and you also now like work together. Well, you've worked together for a bit now, but like, can't that get a little tricky?
You know, we just were on a podcast yesterday talking all about like our friendship and getting deep into it. I'm like, and we're over. No,
and like the podcast is coming to a close.
Oh God,
no! But it was making us like reflect on why, because we get that question so much, is like, how do friends make business work? Because there are so many times where it doesn't work. And I think so. I'm like, it's our zodiac signs. That's what makes it work. I'm an Aries and she's a Capricorn.
Is that it?
No, I'm just kidding. But it could.
Wait, when are your birthdays? I'm sorry, I'm just dipping my toe into astrology and now I'm very curious. When are your birthdays?
January 10th.
Okay.
And I'm April 18th.
Okay.
What are you?
She's like, that makes sense.
Aries, Capricorn, obviously. Yes.
We asked her this, but are you a Libra?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. Mm-hmm. It's actually so hard to articulate. Like, we get asked the question, are you similar or are you different all the time?
Yeah.
And I was trying.
Not that those aren't great questions.
I mean, it's a good, I'm going to say it's a good question because I asked it, but because I would say like right off the bat, like, oh, they're really similar.
Yeah.
But then you start talking and all of a sudden it's like,
every question is different.
Like, so I don't know. Like, I wasn't going to ask that, to be clear. But sitting here with you being more different than I thought that you were, it made me kind of have to do it. Maybe it's the Libra in me.
No, I think it's a great question because we've never figured it out.
No, we haven't. I felt like I articulated it horribly, by the way, on that podcast. That's when I told you afterwards, I was like, I was tongue-tied.
You know what? That's okay because you have a second chance.
Yeah, you have a second chance.
And I'm going to mess up again because I don't know. I'm like, I've been trying to figure out what the similarities are and what the differences are because I've always kind of thought of us as opposites.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I try and think of why, I'm like, I don't know why though.
Yeah.
What do you think it is that makes us opposite?
I think from starting at the top of the surface, we like different aesthetics. Like I like we always joke. I like darker clothes and she likes brighter clothes.
Yeah.
And so it's like that makes us opposite. Where I'm in a store, we're never drawn to the same thing. We're drawn to like literally the complete opposite.
That's true. We always had complete opposite taste in guys. Like when we would be dating in high school or college age, it was like we were never scared that we would choose the same guy and be like, we both like him. It's like we have completely opposite taste. Like that's not a concern.
Yeah.
And also I think that adds to the like non-competitive nature of our friendship because it's like we're so different that there's no, I don't know. We don't need to compete for anything because like, so.
But when it comes to like work stuff, because you guys, do the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel competitive with each other? Come on.
Well, if we do, not in the podcast because it's like her success is my success.
For sure.
But I feel like we have always worked on things together ever since we were younger. I was just thinking how when we met, we were like 15 or 16. We used to always go do like photo shoots and we started like a YouTube channel for our singing. Like we've always been like working on like projects together.
You guys sang?
Yeah, don't look it up, please.
Chelsey, you bring that up.
Give us a little something. What's your favorite
Let's
song to
harmonize.
sing together?
1, 2, 3. Oh, Titanium has the most views.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Zip it.
Wait, do you want to do a live performance here on Circle Time?
Oh my gosh.
Please edit
me down.
Oh, that's literally exactly what it sounded like as well.
That was literally my part. And you just sang it perfectly, so we don't need to. But at our live show, someone asked us, like, could you please? And we're just like, no, like laughing. Everyone's like, please, like the whole crowd. And we're like, guys. And seriously, I had to be like, you guys, no, we're not. Like, I'm so embarrassed. Stop. I will literally,
screaming.
Chelsey and I once had to sing together at a church function, if you will. And it's one of those, like, it would have gone viral on TikTok because we couldn't stop laughing. And we were on, and we were in front of a group. We were in front of a group.
Did anyone have a
I'm sure.
Video?
No.
My sister was singing with us. She's holding up the paper.
The paper with the words, and literally the words are shaking. And we're like, shoot me down. Like goats. And then dying laughing because we couldn't do it.
Oh my gosh. We tried.
By the way, we weren't singing Titanium. That just was fresh on my mind.
That was just
I really
fresh.
thought you guys were like one trick ponies just singing Titanium everywhere you go.
Pretty much.
I'm literally crying tears.
We did win our...
Wait, mind you, we had 3 different classrooms to go sing. So we literally tried 3 times.
Oh my God, you were like Christmas caroling.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do it anytime? What song was it?
Oh my god.
Was it like a church song?
Yeah, it was a church song. What was it?
I literally can't breathe. I think it was like How Great Thou Art or something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
oh my
you want a little redemption.
This will be the
come back to
place.
Circle Time.
No,
Circle Time would be the place to sing.
It's a really safe space. Yeah, Circle Time is a perfect place to sing.
Oh my gosh.
I sing
How
all
does
the
that start
time.
out?
Chelsey has a great Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani.
Yes. Hello.
Story?
No. The way you can impersonate her voice.
Oh, I do? When did I do that?
Come on.
Oh, for Just a Girl. Don't deflect to me.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
I saw that one too. No, Chelsey loves to actually do her Gwen Stefani impersonation so bad. She always asks me to.
She's been begging.
She asks me to bring it up before every time we record.
Like, I'm so glad you asked.
Before we came in here, she brought it up. So I just wanted to give you your space.
Thank you.
Well, if you guys ever want to show me Gwen or do a little bit of How Great Thou Art.
Yeah, How Great Thou Art. Wow.
I'm always here.
Thank you for allowing
schedule you
us.
like we would love to come sing for an hour.
I would die. I actually find it really quite uncomfortable when people perform for me.
Yes.
Personally.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe this was you guys, so I don't know. But in high school,
it was.
No, Chelsey, we would never on the fly. Only if we're asked. Not in a group setting.
You did it when you were asked, though?
No. Never in a hangout. I'm saying if we're asked in church, we would sing. Or we're asked for a performance, we would sing.
If our friends mentioned singing, we started singing.
Because I had this kid in my English class that one summer came back and decided he could sing.
Does he have a guitar too?
Or a ukulele?
I don't know. I don't know if he brought along someone with a guitar. I don't know if he had a duo. It was but he only sang No Combination of Words I Could Put on the Back of a Postcard.
Oh, I know that man had a ukulele 100%.
And he couldn't sing anything else except that one song, but debuted it to us in our English class. And he was like, I can sing. And my English teacher was kind of he was kind of like sarcastic, and he'd like mess around with us a lot. And he'd be like, okay, then sing for us right now. And I just remember being like, please don't sing for us right now.
Oh no.
Please don't sing. And he did. No combination. He would always start it out like that every time. And like by the end of it, I was like,
I can picture it clearly.
every time he sang, I was like, shut this fucking kid up. And I can't listen to that song now.
No,
anytime it comes
that's
on.
one of the worst. Like any Jason Mraz. Is that Jason Mraz?
No, it's
Jack Johnson.
Jack
Johnson. That's maybe even worse.
Yeah.
No offense to Jack Johnson if you're listening.
It's not you, Jack.
I almost said
it's
none
the people
taken.
who...
I'm not him.
It's your fans.
No, he's totally fine.
Yeah.
Jack doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
We get write-ins to our podcast a lot about worst dates and stuff, and there have been quite a few where it's like the guy just starts singing to them in the car, or like kind of like turns it down and is like,
see, that is like, that's scary. I had someone who wanted to ask me to homecoming one time in high school, like by song, and he had a guitar and he was like ready to sing. I laid on the ground and hid behind like a wall so that he wouldn't approach me, because I had to go to practice, so I couldn't leave the vicinity because like I would get in trouble.
No.
But he was like waiting where he thought I would be for practice, and I was like, he cannot see me. He cannot see me because I will not be serenaded in the middle
every
of
time
school.
you popped up over the wall, he started singing, then you went back, you stopped.
He never saw me. Like I laid on the floor, on the ground, the
gosh.
asphalt. And then finally like just went right into practice, and he texted me and was like, I was looking for you because I wanted to see if you wanted
did
to
you
go
go
to
to homecoming with him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. You just
We didn't talk the whole time. I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't
Okay,
speak one
perfect.
word to each other,
Mhm.
but we went together. I
and
said
you didn't
yeah.
have to hear him sing.
Nope. Thank God.
Oh, good.
But I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's terrifying unless you are Justin Bieber himself.
Even then.
Honestly,
I don't want to see Justin Bieber really.
I don't want to hear any songs for me personally. Like if we're in a small group,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. You know, there's always like those guys that like you're sitting around and like in a room and they like just kind of sit.
They have the guitar.
Marsh, is
At
that
like
you?
a house party.
Because you're a singer.
Ooh.
College acapella.
Oh,
I
that's
just learned this the other day.
Wait.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's
That's
a
way
huge
cooler.
slay.
Honestly,
no, I know.
the only thing I would like to hear in person in a room is an acapella group.
Yeah. Would you ever do a performance like now, like with a squad, Marsh, or like by yourself?
Sure. Yeah. Let's go.
Marsh, my birthday.
We'll
my
do it.
birthday is in September. Marshall, my birthday is in September, and if you did an acapella performance for me, I would cry.
Okay.
Just like in case you're like thinking of a gift idea or
Yeah.
something.
Locking it in.
Yeah, it doesn't even cost any money. It's just your beautiful voice.
Just flash mob it.
Okay, so sorry, I kind of derailed that my awful question about if you guys are alike or not.
It
That we
really is a
didn't
great
answer
question.
also.
We love to talk about ourselves in any form or fashion.
Have you ever fought in the job?
No, we have like disagreements on things, but
But
it's
you're
never
like open and honest with each other.
Yeah, it's never.
I'm just so curious how it works, really.
We'll
I don't
role
know.
play it.
Okay.
No, we have disagreements about things where we'll go back and forth, but it's never like I leave and I slam the door and I'm like, me and Jaci are in a fight.
Yeah.
We've genuinely never had a fight like that in our entire
Really?
friendship. Like never like things escalate and we're just like, we need to like,
Take a break.
Yeah.
Space.
Like
Yeah.
never. I don't
That's
know.
good though.
Which
Probably
is
because you
probably-
guys are like honest with each other.
Yeah. And I think that's
I-
probably why we were okay getting into business with each other.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have gotten into business with a friend I'm constantly fighting with.
I also feel like we are both pretty aware of ourselves in the way that it's like if I'm being too like much or if I feel like I'm being a little like I don't know, I will say I feel like I'm being just like a
Yes,
brat and honestly
yes.
I'm just like having a weird day, so I don't even want to like
I feel like that helps so many situations. Like I feel like the times when I feel like resentment towards like a friend is when they are being like maybe a little bratty or whatever it is, and then they just move on, and it's like never like, hey, I know I was just kind of being
Yeah.
a lot, because then I'm like, that was crazy. Like sometimes I'm like, what the hell, that was like a lot that just happened, and now we're like not talking about it anymore, and I'm not going to be like, hey, you're being a huge bitch.
yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
But I feel like I'm always like, I know what I'm about to say is literally insane and that I'm kind of just being horrible, but
Mhm.
and I feel like it kind of like sugarcoats it a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, because
Definitely.
you feel more safe talking to someone you know is self-aware.
Yeah.
Like it's really hard to have a conversation, a normal conversation with somebody who you know there's no getting through to them.
There's no
It's like,
reasoning with them.
Yeah. And that even if they're being so rude, so crazy, they will never admit it. And you're just like, I feel crazy talking to you.
Yeah.
I feel like also specifically with the podcast and just I guess our friendship, it's almost like a marriage or a relationship where you're like, we're on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
And so even if we disagree about something, it's like, I feel like at the end of the day, like you're saying, your success is my success and vice versa. So we want to do something that will bring us both up, and we both have our best intentions. So it's like, even if we disagree on something, we're likely to come to the same conclusion, or at least like tell each other why we think this. And it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I don't know.
That totally makes sense.
And
it's also just like a mature way to, an emotionally sound way to look at the whole thing, I feel.
Yeah. I also think, kind of going back to what you're asking about, like competition, even when it's not specifically the podcast, it's like our other main jobs are social media, like other outlets like TikTok or Instagram. And it kind of all bleeds into the podcast though too. So it's like, even if we're not competitive, well, she's always had way more followers than me. So it wasn't like we've always been like head to head. Yeah, head to head.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same neck, chest.
You could live shoulder, shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder to shoulder.
It's all the same meaning.
So I feel like even when one of us is doing like going viral or like doing well on social media, it's good for the podcast because it's bringing more people too.
Yeah.
In a selfish way for us. It's like, oh, your success is my success as well.
Right. Have you guys ever lived together?
Yeah.
Wow.
Very shortly though.
Yeah. It was like only a few months, right?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, she was never home. She was like traveling the world, being a travel blogger.
Oh.
I was in my travel blogging era. Yeah, I wasn't home that often, but maybe that's why it was fine. But like, it was fun to live together. There was never any issues, and we purposely, there were 2 rooms, and we had 2 other roommates.
Okay.
And we knew them, but we were like, we shouldn't share a room because like we don't want to fight or something, or we don't want to get sick of each other or whatever. But
yeah.
And you guys live close to each other now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was just
super
listening
close.
to you guys running into each other at the grocery store.
Yeah, like 5 minutes apart.
That's crazy.
I know.
Are you guys the kind of friends, this is so random, but like, do you hug?
No.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's
Very
kind of like a
interesting.
thing. We don't really hug.
Well, there are like friends that you hug, and there's friends that
Yeah.
like, my friend Emma and I, she hugs me because she knows that I like to give people hugs, but like, I know that she's miserable every single time I'm hugging her. But like I feel like lately on social media, I've been seeing a lot of like close groups of girlfriends, and they're all like hugging and stuff a lot. Like they're all like really touchy. And Emma and I were trying to like imagine ourselves in those scenarios to where we'd have to like, where we'd be like this close to each other's faces, or like her like sitting on my lap was like the most like foreign thing ever. Like,
Do
can
you
you?
have sisters?
No,
I wonder if that's part of it.
I have a brother.
But you said you do like hugging.
I like hugging, but I can't imagine like Emma like sitting on my lap. Like I can't
Like
imagine us
cuddling.
being like, la, la.
If you were with your friend and you were having like a movie night and you guys were laying on the couch, would you be like laying pretty close to each other?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
That's how we are.
But
too.
if
That's how
I'm
we
like
are.
sitting next to my friend, I'll probably like put my hand. Like I love to like hold my friend's hand.
Like, okay, you're a creep.
I'm actually loving. So thank you so much. But like
she's actually not scared of intimacy,
Like,
unfortunately, is what it really is.
so, no, but like I won't be like, come here. Come to me. Like I don't care to like touch my friends. I don't go out of my way.
Not overly
But, like if
touchy.
my friend and I are like sitting in an Uber next to each other, I'll be like, hey,
That's
I'm
normal.
here.
though.
Yeah, that is.
yeah,
yeah.
that's
But
normal.
like I don't like, I don't know.
But there are certain relationships, I don't know if you feel this way, where it's like I'm more touchy with certain of my friends, and then some of my
sure.
friends, it's like we don't ever touch. Like me
Yeah.
and Chelsey never touch. But I'm thinking if we were like crammed on a couch together, it wouldn't be weird if we were kind
No,
of close
yeah.
or like our knees were touching.
Yeah,
it's not
no,
like we're
that's not-
freaks.
That's
but
not
Yeah.
weird. I more mean like going out of your way to like.
Make physical contact.
we're definitely not going
Yeah.
out of our way.
No. Like, we will hug pretty much all of our other friends,
Okay.
but we also see each other so often.
Yeah.
It almost would feel like a chore.
Every
like,
time you
oh
guys
my
saw
gosh,
each other,
okay.
like a hug.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane. You guys see each other. What, every day?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, a
Yes.
lot. Sometimes multiple times a day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it
so-
depends. Like if we're going on a trip or something and I won't see her for a week, we'll like give each other a hug. But
Yeah. If we
that's
haven't
sweet.
seen each other for, I would say over a week, we
Mhm.
probably, or like 2 weeks, maybe.
yeah.
We-
But
we
even
guys-
when we're with other friends, we'll like hug every other friend and then we'll hug each other because we're like, well, we're not gonna not.
Yeah,
hug.
yeah, yeah.
Feels a little
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Everyone's like they're fighting.
Yeah.
It's finally coming crumbling down the podcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, it will never.
Mm-hmm.
I actually
Never.
really love this friendship. So I'm
Oh,
happy that you
thank you.
guys that it works so well because it makes me happy. I
Oh,
know it makes
good.
a lot of other people happy.
Thank
so
you.
yeah.
That's a very nice compliment.
I mean it. You know, it's cool. It's cool to see people like be friends for so long and like actually
Stick
do
it
it
out.
well. Because I think a lot of times like you can be friends with someone for a long time and like neither one of you actually like want to be friends, but you're
Yeah.
just friends to be friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Because of the history or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. Are you still friends with a lot of this like other friends that you had in high school? Or have you
No.
I actually am gonna go see a bunch of our high school friends, and they actually just literally text me. We're like, "You should invite Jaci to come."
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Do
it's
it.
to run a half marathon, so it's a little layered.
I'm not coming
don't
to that, honey.
you dare?
I can take
Um,
photos.
But we don't live by them. I don't really talk to them that much.
Yeah.
I have some of them that we don't talk, but when we do, it's like they have a bunch of kids and stuff. So when we talk, it's like it's okay that we haven't been talking for the last couple
Yeah,
years. It's
yeah.
fun to catch up, but
Nothing like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely like acquaintances or friends where it's
Mhm.
like, oh, it's fun to see you, but not like someone well, for me personally, like definitely not
Yeah.
people I'm like in contact with often.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess. Yeah.
When you guys are apart from each other, how often are you talking?
Depends.
It depends. It depends on what we're doing. Sometimes we will go like
Days.
a few days without talking. But I remember this past time, like I texted you, I was like, I miss you.
I know.
And you're like, I miss you
Aw,
too. It'd
I
been,
know.
I don't know how long it'd been
Guys.
apart.
I know. We usually are texting or
We
like
talk every day for
yeah,
sure.
DMing on TikTok or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, there's like some form of contact.
Yeah.
But there will be maybe if we're on vacation and we're super busy, like
Mhm.
a few days.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that's healthy.
Yeah.
Are you a texter? Are you like always texting people?
It depends. I feel like most of my close friends don't live close to me, and so like our main form of communication is
Yeah.
texting. Like if I didn't text them, then we wouldn't get to talk very often. So like I'm
Mhm.
texting like pretty frequently, but at the same time, like my friends who do live close, not really. It's more just like sending each other like funny things.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then- but like we'll catch up when we see each other, but then like I'm not like doing too much texting. I'm a pretty bad texter for the most part.
Yeah.
Do you FaceTime?
Yeah, it depends. I have like friends I know that I could just FaceTime for like hours, and then friends where if like they were calling me, I would be like, oh shit,
yeah.
something's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it kind of depends. But I do love just like a rogue FaceTime. I'm a big voice memo girl.
Mhm.
I love a voice memo.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it kind of is the same thing as FaceTime because it's like actual talking, but there's just less pressure.
It's true.
The new voice feature on Apple or
Yeah.
like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like as easy to get to it.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
It's probably because we had so many accidental
True,
voice
true.
memos.
Have you ever sent an accidental voice
I've
memo?
never sent an accidental voice memo. But
Accidental text.
you know, I actually haven't. I don't want to
That's good.
jinx it. I think I'm so worried about accidentally texting the wrong person about
Themselves?
them. Yeah, that I don't. Have you guys ever done that?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I texted someone that I didn't like her boyfriend. Like I was like, he's a freaking loser. And I was talking to my other friend, like we were talking about it, being like, she deserves better. Like, what the heck? Sent it to her.
Like on a voice note?
Oh yeah, it was a voice
Yeah,
note,
a
wasn't
voice
it? Yeah,
note.
oh, this is the worst thing ever.
That's
Because
so scary.
On iPhone, it used to be that like
it disappears.
if you're just like if you're like touching your phone like this, you could be like accidentally on it,
yes.
recording, and then if you just remove your finger, it would
It
automatically
sends,
send. You have
yeah.
to like do something else to cancel it.
So bad.
Yeah.
So I was like reading a text from her, and then I was like I with
Oh my
you?
god.
I think so.
I think I was with Chelsea saying like I'm like, I cannot with this guy. Like,
No.
this is so whatever. And I'm holding the freaking button, and then I see that I'm holding it, and I go, and I remove my finger. It sends.
No.
So bad.
What did she say?
I think I might have not said anything, or maybe I said like, oh, sorry, like me and Chelsey were talking about our friend, whatever. Like I tried to make it sound like it wasn't her when
Our other friend who has the same name and same situation as you,
She's
exactly. But
actually dating a guy with the same name that you are. It's so crazy.
Are you still friends?
kind of not
yeah,
besties.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you have a lot of the same high school friends?
I don't. I feel like I have a few, but like most of my solid friendships that I have now, I made like through adulthood.
Yeah. Sometimes it's so hit or miss. Some people will have, like my husband has this core group of friends he met in elementary school, and they still like have. They're
so
still best of friends.
interesting.
They have like FaceTime calls all the time.
It's great. Like, I mean, I have a few friends, like I have a few friends from high school, but like for the most part, I would say like adult life has brought me like more of my friends.
I feel that way. Aside from Chelsey, I feel like all my other friends I met in my 20s.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It's so interesting though. Cause I like, there are people who like you guys, like it just like works and you are able to like grow together. But I feel like so many times like people just change.
Yeah.
It's just so easy to grow apart. I feel like honestly having the podcast though, I don't know. I think that Chelsey and I have just like
I don't know if I would still be talking to you.
No, I feel like we have just like this chemistry where it's like we could probably go a year without speaking and then see each other again. We could pick right up.
Yeah.
But I feel like we didn't even live in the same state, but because we started doing the podcast together, we moved to be near each other.
Yeah.
And I sometimes think about that. I'm like, I wonder if we just didn't live near each other, if we didn't have the podcast, like if life was just happening, she was having kids, I live somewhere else, we have different careers. Like how often we'd be able to, like we are undoubtedly like much closer because we work together and we're able to live and like have this life literally side by side.
Where we get to travel, together constantly, like on tour. It's just me and her like going off for a week. It's like
looking
unheard
so
of,
cute.
honestly.
Do you guys plan the pink and
thank
blue
you.
thing? Just like really quick side note.
Yes.
It's
of course.
the cutest thing ever.
Thank
you guys
you.
always
Thank you.
look cute.
Thank you. It does take a lot of
It's fun.
time.
You guys should switch one time.
We've talked about it. Chelsey tries to sabotage us. She's like, what if I'm like green now? I'm like,
Okay, you
You're
definitely
throwing me off.
No, you can't be like a different color.
Yeah.
You can't just be you're blue.
Yeah.
Like you
I
are
know.
blue, which is
It
great.
is the life I
blue is my
meant to
favorite
live.
color.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
it's fine.
But I do love pink. But I'm just saying, like, you guys can switch within the blue and pink, but like for like a fun little, like if it was April Fool's, perhaps
We did
you
that
could
for
do
Halloween.
We did do that for
swapped.
Halloween one time.
Cute, you
Yeah,
guys.
a long time ago.
A long
Yeah.
time ago.
Okay.
We should do it again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep sidetracking. I meant to ask you guys about the blue and pink thing because
Yeah.
every time I see it, I'm like, there's no way that this is accidental.
Just up until this point.
They just keep showing up in the same exact color.
But you know what? It was never a thing that we were like, we're going to do pink and blue forever. It was like, we just kind of started picking
Naturally.
that out. And then we were like, this is kind of becoming like our thing a little bit. And then we were like, well, it was too late.
It really
ever start
works
run
for you
with it.
guys
Thank you.
because
It's fun.
The colors suit you so well.
Yeah, I think it fits our personalities.
Yeah,
Fun, yeah.
it does. Would you say who is the black cat and who is the golden retriever?
Yeah.
She's
I'm
the black cat, 100%.
You're the golden retriever.
I don't know that I'm the golden retriever though.
Yeah, you
I'm
actually.
a toy poodle.
We are literally our dogs as well.
Aw,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Because what would you describe a golden retriever like energy like?
Like sweet,
Drooling.
not
Awesome.
yeah, just kind of like drooling all the time. No, like sweet and like excited and optimistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like everything's just like exciting and this is fun and this is
Yeah.
gonna be like really good. This is like about to be the best thing ever. No,
I'm very innately negative. No, I'm not. But I don't know that I
don't
embody
give
golden
off
retriever,
golden retriever
energy.
energy, no.
But you give off black cat for sure.
do
Just
your
your
vibe,
vibe.
really?
Yeah, my vibe.
Maybe your vibe.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
Not
your
my
personality, though.
no.
But so then what? You're just a toy poodle.
Yeah, so what are we?
I don't think I'm a golden doodle. Like as much as Chili is a golden doodle, like I don't think that I am.
No, I don't
What
think
are
you
you?
are. I don't think you are.
What do you think you are?
I think I'm so in the middle of black cat and golden retriever. It's pretty
Chelsey,
wild.
One of her gifts is she can tell you what animal you look like.
Okay, look
well,
like.
Sorry, I'm really putting you on the spot.
What is
with
it?
all of your talent.
all my gifts are really being exploited
Tell me what animal I
today.
look like as Gwen Stefani. You have to talk like her, but tell me what animal
I cannot do a Gwen Stefani impersonation. Let me just get this clear.
Listen, you literally did.
I
You
sang.
shouldn't
I
make that
sang.
up.
She does like,
That's
I'm
good.
just a girl. Like
That was
that
Oh.
about as good as I can do.
Which it was really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
let me say this first. I feel like you're not a black cat, but you are a cat. I don't know what kind of cat, like a cool cat, but not like a black scary cat. You know, like maybe what's a tabby cat? So the orange ones.
I think there's like gray and there's orange.
I could
the
see
gray
you being,
one.
Yeah.
Not
what are the
orange.
gray with the blue eyes? Wait, what are those?
Those are cute.
They're really cute.
No. Oh, like maybe like a Russian blue.
Yeah. I could see
My
that.
friend has
It's
one of those, but it has green eyes.
It might be a little too dark though, like for your energy. I feel like you're
Interesting.
maybe like not a Siamese cat. Like what kind of cat am I trying to think of? The orange ones. Like what
Okay.
are
You
the
really think
ones?
orange? Okay.
With,
I'm
like the
fine
like
with
tiger
that.
ones.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I have.
They're not.
You're
orange,
saying
I guess.
energy, or that's what she looks like?
Energy.
Okay, energy.
Yeah.
I think that's right because I don't think I'm a black cat, but I
Mhm.
don't think I'm like a dog.
Do you know the cats I'm talking about that look like tigers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I'll send you a photo just to make
I
sure.
have 2 of them, but they're gray.
Oh.
But they have like tiger stripes, basically.
okay.
Do you not get it?
I get it.
I think that
Was that a bad way to describe
I actually
them?
No,
think
that's
that
good.
you
I
and
know what you mean.
Chelsey, you two to me have similar energy.
I feel
Mhm.
like we do have similar energy.
Yeah.
You like really give me the same vibe, and I don't know if you just both have dark hair and blue eyes, or if you have the same energy, but something about it.
Yeah.
do
yeah.
you
I feel
having,
that.
having dark hair and blue
Mhm.
eyes? Do you get people
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
constantly telling you that you just look like anyone that has dark hair and blue
Yes.
eyes?
Yes, she says that all the time.
Constantly.
It's
Anyone.
actually mind blowing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's no way I look like this person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you and I look alike.
No.
We just both have dark hair and
Yeah.
blue
Yeah.
eyes. But someone out there is like, twins, you guys look exactly alike. Or they'll like send me a picture and be like, you look just like this person. And I'm like,
Yes.
I don't actually think that I
Constantly.
do.
Constantly.
So
And you know
always
what's
talks about
funny? It's never Megan Fox. It's never like the hot people.
No, that's what I say. Unless they're more beautiful than me and they're a superstar, do not send them to me.
Ever. I think that should just be a rule in general. Like with anyone,
Yeah.
like you should never be like, do you know who you look like?
Yeah.
Unless
It's
yeah,
Bella
there's,
Hadid.
Yeah.
there's a few people, yeah, which is also one that I never get, which is funny.
Like she has dark hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, it's so funny. But
Yeah.
I think that I just don't think people should do that.
Yeah.
Like I get that,
Especially if you don't know
Mhm.
them very well.
Yeah,
Maybe after you've been best friends for 5 years.
yeah, maybe.
It's like, sure, maybe
Then
we
you
could
could
chat
be
about
like,
it.
You guys have the same eyes.
Yeah.
Or like you wait until someone else says,
Mhm.
do I look like this person? Then
Yeah.
I could be like, maybe I kind of see
Yeah.
it. But I'm never
100%.
going to be like, you look exactly like blank.
Yeah.
No.
Because who knows how the other person's going to take it?
You know what my sister, my own blood and
Flesh and blood.
Yeah, flesh and blood
Yeah.
told me I look like, which I love him. But it is a him.
Always a him. It's always a him.
And-
For me personally, it's always a man.
Do you know what is his name? The Great
forget.
British Baking Show. Have you ever seen it? Do you know who I'm gonna say?
Yeah. Fuck, what's his name?
The dark-haired guy.
Paul Hollywood. Isn't
Yeah.
that his
No,
name?
Wait,
Paul
no, no.
Hollywood's the blonde with blue eyes.
The
It's
dark-haired,
one.
like
It's like
No.
Yeah.
Isn't his name like Noel or something?
yes.
The comedian guy?
Wait,
My
hold on.
own sister was like, "You look just like this guy." I'm like, I quite literally will not speak to you
That
for another
is
3 years.
Insane of her. Yeah.
Insane.
Him.
And I kind of do is the worst part.
You don't. I would love to see your hair in that
it's
style.
just dark hair, blue eyes again.
But for me,
Yeah.
it's dark hair, blue eyes, and if someone has like a pointy nose, they're
It's-
like, "You guys are separated at birth."
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you know what? It's so many like TikToks I get tagged in or like, and it's just like,
I'm so glad you
you
relate
guys
to the
know
struggle.
I can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just don't look alike. Oh my God.
No, I relate to that struggle so
Oh
bad.
my
I almost see them as hate comments.
Sometimes I'm like, and it's not even that the other person is like ugly.
Yeah, it's just not how you
it's
see
just-
yourself.
No, and it's more just like we don't look alike.
Yeah.
I just have the same 2 features that
Mhm.
you see on them, you see them on me, and so you think that we're twins.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's like someone has like a gap in their teeth like me, and it's like we have the same gap, and it's like, okay. You know, I didn't know I had a gap in my teeth until someone like pointed it out.
At what
How
age?
ridiculous is this? I was like 22.
Last year.
No, there was like a guy that I liked.
Mhm.
Like we liked each other, and he had a gap in his teeth, and I think I knew I had a gap in my teeth, but I didn't know that other people could see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I thought it was just like I'm like staring at myself in the mirror, but I didn't know it was like that
makes sense.
obvious. And him and I were like at the front of a line trying to get into a bar, and the bouncer was like, "You guys look alike." And I was like, "What? We do?" And the guy who I was talking to was like, "Is it because we both have gaps in our teeth?" And I literally was like, "Oh my God, he knows." Oh my, like I looked at him and I was like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean gap in my teeth?" And he was like, "We both have like the gaps." And I was like, "I don't have one of
Not
those,
me.
actually. I don't have a gap in my teeth." Like I was like freaked out. And he was like, "I think it's cute." And I was like, "I can't believe you saw it." Like I was so embarrassed. But now I know that it's pretty obvious. So, but I had to come to terms with it.
Yeah, that is actually insane. It's like when someone views you, you realize you're being perceived by other people.
Totally.
Nothing worse.
Well, because it's like there are so many things that I notice about myself that like I know other people don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if I have like a little pimple or like my eyebrow, whatever it is, like people aren't noticing that.
No.
People are noticing the gap in my teeth because it's like there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like part of me. But I couldn't quite wrap my head around that one yet. If you don't acknowledge it, it's not actually there.
It's true. Sometimes it's subconscious things though that you're like, I don't know. It takes someone consciously. There's actually nothing worse than when someone does notice something that you're like, you're like, no one cares. They're like, point it out. You're like,
no, it was.
You are perceiving me.
It was a moment that'll stick with me forever. That one.
That is insane. That it's like
core memory.
It
and
is.
that old,
and
too.
he'll never remember.
Mm-hmm.
No,
No,
of course not.
He doesn't know how he's impacted you.
Okay, well, we have one more thing I'm gonna do with you guys before we say so long.
I thought you were gonna say before we sing. I'm like, oh
No, I haven't forgotten about that, but I'm not gonna push it anymore. We do like journal time at the end, so you guys can pick a question and answer it.
Ooh.
I have to do pink, of course.
Oh,
I'll
here.
do green.
Oh my gosh, because you wish
Here,
that you were green.
Yeah. Please.
Wait, I
This is
am.
literally so cute.
I am
Sorry.
healing right now
Aw,
by touching this little
The
thing.
pipe cleaner?
The pipe
I
cleaner.
love. Oh my gosh, Case will love that. Ooh, okay.
okay. Who's
You wanna
going
go
first?
Oh, this is such a hard question.
Okay. Do you want to think about yours?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, I
No,
want to
you
go.
go.
Oh,
She's like, go ahead.
Okay, think then.
you better think fast. If you could only wear one outfit for the rest of your life,
Oh my God,
What would it
a
look
good
like?
question for you. We were just
That wasn't
talking about
intuitive.
style.
I think honestly it would look something like this, a cozy sweater, because I don't think I go my whole life with having no sleeves on. Like,
Okay.
that makes me feel all kinds of bad ways.
Yeah.
And some kind of soft shorts. So maybe, I don't know, if we're going to go really luxury silk, that's not too, what's it called? Like good for every day.
Right.
Those could get stained very easy. But some kind of soft shorts, a sweater maybe, or a
Okay.
sweatshirt,
Yeah.
and some easy to slip on shoes.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Top 10 list of people you admire and look up to.
You could do 5 if you want.
Okay.
10 is a lot.
10 is a lot. I'll think of 5. The things that are coming to my mind first
Mhm.
are honestly like family members, which I
Mhm.
know is, no one else is going to know who these people are.
You can say that though.
But I do think that both of my parents, and those are separate answers. So
Okay.
I look up to my mom so much because she is just a get it done type of person, and she never lets any complaint or anything stop her. So right now she's redoing on her own completely like her kitchen, and she'll send me updates of like, I just sanded the cabinets, I just put in this flooring.
Wow.
And like she just gets it done, teaches herself how to do stuff, never like waits for the perfect opportunity or like, oh, I need to wait to have someone help me. She just gets it done. And I just really look up to her and admire her in so many ways, but that's one of them.
Okay.
My dad is super open-minded.
Okay.
As I've gotten older, I've realized how rare and special it is, because he truly just like lets me be myself. And even when I'm talking about the hoe era, it's like, I know nothing would faze my dad if you know what I mean? He's just like open. So those are the 2 main ones. And I'm trying to think of like public figures. Sorry, you didn't ask why, did you? I'm literally going into a full dissertation
love
on
to
each
hear it.
person. Trying to think of like a business person that I look up to. I would say honestly, I guess Lauren and Michael combined, but Lauren Bostic, I've always looked up to her so much as far as business goes. And I love her unapologetic spirit of just like, I said what I said.
That's a good one.
I appreciate that. Trying to think of one more.
Kendall Jenner.
Or is
She
it
looks
like
vice
me.
versa? Yeah. I think you'd be number one on her list.
Oh my gosh. It's like when someone asks you your favorite song and you're like,
I mean, I totally get it. But also you've given me whys.
okay, so we could be done.
So like if you can't think of another, you've already like kind of crushed it.
Okay.
But if you want to think of another, you can.
I'll say something cheesy. I think Leif. I know these are all people that are in my life. I know.
That's really sweet.
But
that's her husband, for those of you who are like, who the heck is that?
He is like just the most patient and like he's super quietly confident. Like he doesn't ask for attention or like I cannot relate whatsoever. But I love that he just like knows who he is and he doesn't need like much. He's just, I don't know, lots of good qualities that I look up to him.
That's a really, really good answer.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
That's a fun little thing.
I know, I'm keeping this forever.
You can totally keep it forever. Okay.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys so much
fun.
for being on. It was so much fun, and you can come back anytime. And I love you guys.
We love you.
And oh wait, tell us where we can find you. I always forget to do that.
Oh yes, our podcast is called What We Said. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. My personal channels are all just my name, so Jaci Marie Smith.
And mine's Chelsey Jade Curtis. Chelsey is spelled with EY.
Beautiful. Okay. Well,
Thank you.
Bye guys. See you next time.
Circle time. Let's sit down and have some fun. I said circle time. Just you and I. Time.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.